Greetings, one and all, and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh discussion. So for this video, I wanted to give a shout out to all the YugiTubers and the other people on YouTube who have made my videos possible. So starting with the YugiTubers, I just want to go in reverse alphabetical order here, starting with Yugi No No. Yugi No No is somebody who went on hiatus for a period, and I totally get that because I have done the same thing. I love his skits. I love his interest in GOAT format. It kind of inspired me to build my deck the way that I did. Um, yeah, shout out to Yugi No No. Shout out to Triff Gaming. I do have a pendulum deck, and the pendulum deck profile is coming. I will get around to that when I have time. Just time is always of the essence, right? And we're always working against time, but it's coming, y'all. Don't worry. So Pendulum is the best deck. Shout out to Triff Gaming. Shout out to the dual logs. The dual logs, all the top 10 best and worst kind of cards. Very interesting content. Very useful content, too, especially the top 10 best stuff. Yeah, definitely shout out to the dual logs. Shout out to Team Samurai X. The fact that he does his videos, he does a lot of, video game Yu-Gi-Oh, but he also plays with real cards, which is the kind of channel that I'm trying to do. Like I'm showing my real cards here, playing in paper, and he's hilarious. His skits, he's very engaging. I love Team Samurai X. Team Samurai X1, check him out. Shout out to Team APS, kind of in the same vein. These guys are very creative with their skits, very informative with their videos. If you want more nerdy extrapolation on Yu-Gi-Oh, check out Team APS Plus. But yeah, Team APS, definitely a cool channel. Shout out to Sumato. Sumato with those VR Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Those videos are hilarious, and also, they showcase cards. Cards from the anime, but also cards that you just don't see too often. So I really appreciate that. Shout out to Spell Commander 91. I like his lore videos about Yu-Gi-Oh, his theories about Kaiba in particular, like the story of Seto Kaiba that doesn't really happen on screen, but is kind of told through the series, the Yu-Gi-Oh series. How like Kaiba Corp invented synchro summoning, but that was like basically nuclear fission, which is unstable and dangerous. And so finally, years later, they came up with Xyz summoning, which is like nuclear fusion, which is theoretically cleaner, sustainable, and higher energy. Shout out to Spell Commander 91. I really like how he connected synchro summoning with ritual summoning and tuners with ritual spells. Really, really smart theories from Spell Commander 91. Check out his channel. Rank 10 YGO Rada. Shout out to that guy. His videos also very funny. His what is it? Shape Snatch, the level 5 machine monsters, kind of the mascot that comes from that channel. I love his stuff. Very cool. Nerd Factor. Shout out to Nerd Factor. Nerd Factor's videos are short, sweet, and to the point, and they're hilarious. He doesn't come out with content too often, but more often than I do. So, props to that guy. Shout out to MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! MBT is short for Mono Bluetron, which is Magic the Gathering deck. I don't know why his name is a Magic the Gathering name on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel, but he's been doing. I've mostly watched him on collaborative videos with a guy I'm going to shout out towards the end here, but definitely shout out to MBT. Shout out to Little Karibo, the voice and editor behind the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series, which was my original favorite YugiTube channel. He might be the YugiTube pioneer that really brought the communities of Yu-Gi-Oh! And YouTube together. Big shout out to him. I have a poster of his on the wall. Maybe I'll show it in a future video. I got his autograph at Fanime, which is where I got this playmat. So, I got some of his t-shirts. A big fan. I love little Karibo. Shout out to Galactic God. I don't know if he'll ever see this video. He's retired from YouTube, but his videos of his duels are a big inspiration to me, why I started the duel series on this channel. Big shout out to Galactic God. Shout out to Farfa. Farfa is another one who's hilarious. He's on top of like a lot of the internet drama around Yu-Gi-Oh! He's always streaming on Twitch. The chat that follows Farfa is hilarious. Gotta love Farfa. You can find him at Glasgow YGO. Great channel that. Check out Farfa. Shout out to DZeef. DZeef, he's the guy who, he's on top of a lot of new sets, new cards before they come out. He's been doing some other kind of content lately. I gotta be honest, I haven't really been watching DZeef lately. I know he's still active. Sorry to say, though. But definitely check out his channel, especially his older stuff. Very, very good. DPYGO. This guy is somebody who, like, just my personal taste, like Doug Zeef, is ahead on the newest Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and sets that are coming out. But his videos are way shorter and way faster. Probably harder for a lot of people to understand. If you want a slow and steady breakdown, check out Doug Zeef. But for the fast, if you understand the memes that help explain the cards better and what's happening, check out DPYGO. I also think he's hilarious. He's another one I haven't really watched lately, but when I first got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2017, in order to catch up with the competitive metagame and to understand how formats were shaping up, that was my go-to guy, DPYGO. So if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively, that should be probably your #1 channel to check out. Shout out to Dilphosaur. Dilphosaur, this is a special shout out because she's part of like this artist collective that she's mostly into like drawing and stuff on another channel. But Dilphosaur is just where she has her Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. Her video about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is probably my favorite video on YouTube, just ever, to tell you what kind of a nerd I am. So special shout out to Dilphosaur. Big shout out to Simo. Simo is probably the king of YugiTube right now. Again, when I was first getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2017, I was checking out his meta-analysis videos, but now he's created a series in collaboration with MBT called The History of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which, they go through every format, every set release, every ban list. They might spend multiple episodes within the same set, going over the different decks and actually playing the cards, playing the decks. He'll play one deck and MBT will play another, or sometimes they'll play basically the same deck. Like recently they just did Necroz. They're into that Tier 0 format. I love it. That's my favorite series on YouTube, all of YouTube right now, for sure, is History of Yu-Gi-Oh! And also the sister series, History of Jank, which, it's Jank goes over the cards that were meta relevant, but didn't really top. So yeah, big shout out to Simo. Finally, I want to give a shout out to Blade YGO. Blade's channel has evolved a bit over the years. Really good, kind of like the dual logs analysis of, cards and so somewhere between the dual logs and Doug Zeef, where he's more, newer modern day cards than the dual logs is. But it's not to say the dual logs doesn't do modern stuff. But yeah, big shout out to Blade YGO. And that's it. If I missed you, it's only because I have a bookmark page here of my top favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Channels. There are so many out there to check out. YugiTube is a thriving, vibrant community. I guess I'll mention, who are they? There's House of Champs, and everybody else. Who is the guy? Who's the big guy who's always doing the market watch on Yugi? I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm not prepared. Yu-Gi-Oh! Market watch on YouTube. MCole40, that guy. Yeah, big shout out to MCole40. He tells you where the market is going for Yu-Gi-Oh! So I also want to give retroactive credit to the musical artists that were featured in my my duel videos. So like I like music while I'm dueling, and in order to get the right vibe, I have it playing while we're filming. So you know, the sound quality isn't going to be top notch, but yeah, I want to shout out Artistic Maniacs, the channel that was used in my first duel video, and all of the artists. So Coal Breaks and Dead Critic, Detract, Killer Cats, Coal Breaks. Oh, again, okay. Well, if I say your name twice, it's because you appear twice in these videos. Wubbaduck and Dead Critic, Azazel, Coal Breaks again, Zeta, Bone and Skin, Quick's Smell, Phantom Sage and Omar Varela, Null Magma, Phantom Sage and D-Trance, Evil Wave, Killer Cats and Triple with a Y, Wubbaduck, Extra Terra, and Skycloud. Thank you so much for making videos, for putting your musical content on YouTube for anyone to use in their videos. Big appreciation. Thanksgiving is coming up. I want to give my Thanksgivings to everyone who does that. And for my second video, it was also Artistic Maniacs. The first one was a 2016 video. This is a 2018 one. So the artists are Sonar, Coal Breaks and Dead Critic, Sekai and Sonar, Our Autobiography, I Feature and Starbuck with a 4 instead of an A, D-Trance, Scrux and Bone and Skin, Coal Breaks and Ramstar, Evil Wave, DJ Assassin with a 1 instead of an I, Azazel and Said, or maybe that's Saeed. I think it's Said, though. Wubbaduck, Mad Rats, Tar, Coal Breaks, Milkshake, Sick Dub, Nightfall and Seraxic, Phantom Sage, Parrot and Cross Control, Coal Breaks, and Nanomake. Some of those last ones may not have appeared in the video, same with the last group, because I try to keep the videos under an hour, so that, like, I kind of cut it off at that point. But I want to thank everyone who contributed to my channel, whether voluntarily or not, the people who made that music, the people who made it available. Thank you so much. I've been showing my current deck. This is kind of an untested deck. The last two videos, you saw Darkblade. I was playing Darkblade in the Fusion. I took that out and made room for, you know, Leviar the Sea Dragon here, and Wind Up Zenmeister is back. So now I have 8 Xyzs and 7 Fusions in my old school Fusion deck, which shows, you know, how great Fusion is, right? But, yeah, I took them out and I put the spirits in. We got Tsukiyomi here and Ashura Priest. They work great with creature swap, you know, because they can come back to my hand, which is amazing. I showed all the cards I carry except these. These 5 are like my lucky charms. You know, they're always with me, just in case. And yeah, my final shout out is to everyone who views and likes my videos, to all my subscribers, to everybody who shares my videos. Thank you so much. You guys are the ones who I'm doing it for. You guys are the reason this channel exists. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you next time, either with another duel video or possibly a deck profile. I don't like to do a deck profile of an untested deck, but I wanted to show it off. So there's some visual content in this video. Thank you very much. Have a great day.